How God chooses the God's chosen ones. 7 divine secrets. You didn't know God's chosen ones. Oh, the souls handpicked by the Lord. Have you ever wondered what it truly means to be chosen by Him? Listen closely. A sudden flash of light pierces the darkness. The sound of a distant bell resonates, and the numbers 777, 444, appear as reminders from heaven. Tonight, this message could change everything if you truly listen. Tonight, as darkness spreads everywhere, leaving only faint beams of light to cut through the night, you, God's chosen one, listen to the whisper of the wind. Feel your heartbeat align with the rhythm of the universe. You may feel lonely adrift amid the spiritual trials life sets before you, but remember, God is always guiding your way even when you cannot see it. Have you recently noticed recurring dreams? Strange numbers like 757 or 444 appearing before your eyes, or heard a bell ring unexpectedly with no clear source. This is no coincidence. These are personal signs, reminders that you are being called, that a sacred mission awaits your steps. Let this moment touch your soul. Let the shiver run through you as you recognize these signs. And prepare yourself, for in a short while 7 divine secrets will be revealed, secrets that will guide you on the path of becoming God's chosen, a bearer of light to the world. Part 1. Call to the heart, God's chosen one. Listen to me. Right now, wherever you are sitting, standing, or lying in the quiet of the night, there is a call echoing deep within your heart. A call you cannot ignore, a call you cannot deny. It comes gently like a breeze brushing past, yet it is strong enough to stir your soul, to make your heart beat faster, to awaken your spirit amidst the everyday worries. This is the call of the heart, the beginning of a sacred journey you never imagined you would embark upon. You may have felt a strange urging in the most ordinary moments, sitting alone, gazing out the window at moonlight, dancing on the water, listening to the rustle of leaves in the wind. Perhaps you tried to dismiss it, telling yourself it was just imagination, just a fleeting feeling. But today I am here to tell you that it is no coincidence. God is calling you, and you cannot deny that call. It resounds not only in your mind, but in every heartbeat, in every breath you take, in every cell of your body. Do you remember those recurring dreams lately? The ones that linger in your mind when you wake, images that haunt you, moments that remain etched in memory. Perhaps it was a brilliant light, flashing in the darkness, a gentle hand resting on your shoulder, or a whisper you felt but could not clearly hear. These dreams are signs, pieces of the message God is sending to you, a reminder that you are chosen, that your soul has resonated with the pulse of heaven. Pause for a moment and feel it. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and listen. Can you hear it? That call, though subtle, still resounds. You are chosen. You were placed on this sacred path before you were born. It may arrive softly like a breeze brushing your hair, or fiercely like waves crashing against the shores of your soul. Either way, you cannot deny it, for it is truth, it is your purpose, it is the mission God has prepared for you. In this moment, you may feel choked up. An overwhelming emotion fills your soul, sending shivers down your spine. This is the feeling when your soul realizes that all along you have been searching for something beyond the ordinary, something vast, sacred, and far more meaningful than the clamor of the world. You have sensed that you do not belong to the ordinary, that your heart has always longed for light, for purpose, for living true to God's call. Let me tell you how this call manifests in the lives of those chosen. From the very beginning, it never comes with noise or fanfare. It arrives gently yet surely. Like Abraham, when God called him to leave his homeland, the call did not roar like thunder, but came as an inner urging, a voice within the soul saying, "Go, this path is for you." Like Moses, the call appeared amidst the burning bush, But first, it was in the subtle vibrations of the heart, in the curiosity and yearning for purpose. And now God's chosen one. That call is ringing within you. You will sense it in the most ordinary moments. A flash of light through a window, a passing breeze, a bell tolling in the night. These small details, which you may sometimes overlook, are personal signs, reminders that your mission is no accident. Every dream, every stirring, every seemingly coincidental moment, all are direct messages from God guiding you step by step on the path to becoming chosen. Sometimes the call may confuse you, frighten you. You may wonder, am I worthy? Am I strong enough? Let me tell you, God's chosen one. God chose you not for perfection, but for the readiness of your heart. Even when you feel weak, when you doubt yourself, when you hesitate, the call still resounds. It does not judge, it does not demand perfection. It only asks that you listen and follow. You may have tried to ignore it, telling yourself, perhaps it's just imagination. But no matter how hard you try to evade it, it returns like a flowing river, persistent, gentle, and unwavering. It is this enduring strength, God's chosen one, that sets you apart, the sign that you are being guided by a divine hand. Look within yourself. Do you feel a strange vibration in your heart, an urging beyond words, a longing for something greater than the ordinary? That is the sacred flame within your heart, burning bright, signaling that you are ready for the next step on your sacred path. Nurture that flame, listen to it. Let it guide every action, every decision, every step you take. This call may also arrive in a fleeting moment, a sudden heartbeat, a chill running down your spine. In that instant, you realize that everything around you is preparing the way for your mission. You notice strange coincidences happening repeatedly, numbers appearing as reminders, recurring dreams, and you understand this is no accident. Let me emphasize this, you cannot deny God's call. It resounds deep in your heart. No matter where you are, what you are doing, or how you feel, that call always exists. It is truth, a guiding light, the bridge between you and heaven. And now, as you listen, feel this moment. The moment when your mission begins to reveal itself. This is the instant when your heart recognizes you are chosen. You are not alone. The path ahead may be challenging, but the light illuminates every step you take. God's chosen one. Be ready. Open your heart. Let the call from your heart guide you on this sacred journey. The dreams, the signs, the stirring moments, they are all the beginning, the very first steps on your path to becoming one who carries light, carries mission, and carries God's love into the world. Remember, every heartbeat, every breath is proof of that call. Let it live within you, guiding every decision, every action, every thought. For from this moment, God's chosen one, your journey truly begins, a journey only you, with your heart aflame, can walk to become yourself, to become God's chosen. Part 2, Purification Process, God's Chosen One. Listen to me, for now you are entering a stage that few truly understand, yet it is the most crucial on your sacred journey, the purification process, the phase in which God uses trials to cleanse every speck of dust, every pain, every doubt from your soul. You may have noticed that ever since the call first echoed, life has not been the same. Losses appear, a loved one departs, an opportunity you longed for suddenly vanishes, failures pile up, and sorrow weighs heavily. You ask yourself, why is God allowing me to go through all this? Am I worthy? Let me tell you, this is not punishment, it is preparation, the refining fire that God places upon you to transform you from an ordinary person into a radiant vessel, a conduit of light into the world. Imagine God's chosen one. You are standing in the middle of a pitch-dark room. Around you, darkness thickens, seemingly without escape. But before your eyes, a small flame flickers its light, piercing the darkness. This flame does not burn you. It illuminates, revealing every corner of your soul. Old habits, relationships that no longer serve you, false beliefs about yourself. All are being tested. You realize that to walk the sacred path, you must let go. Release what blocks God's light from shining into your heart. This process may bring tension, fatigue, even moments when you feel like giving up. In those times, remember that each encounter with pain is a moment of refinement, like silver being purified in fire, so that one day you will shine brilliantly without blemish with the light you have been entrusted, fully revealed. You will encounter moments of stillness when everything around seems frozen. Pains that feel unbearable may make you feel as if you could collapse. Yet in those moments, a gentle light from God will appear, not loud, not violent, but softly guiding. A whisper within your heart, keep moving forward. Everything is being arranged for you to become the chosen one, God's chosen one. During this purification, you will face yourself, your hidden shadows, fears, self-doubt, and even habits you once thought harmless. But God wants you to understand this. Only when you release what no longer aligns with your mission will you become transparent enough for His light to shine through. You may notice this in the most ordinary circumstances: a relationship that no longer supports you, a job that brings pressure instead of growth, a false belief about yourself blocking your progress. All are refining fires, all meant to train you. When you accept letting go, when you face the challenge, instead of avoiding it, you will see God's light guiding you. That moment, the moment you recognize the light leading you, is when your soul vibrates, a feeling both fearful and peaceful. In moments of apparent despair, you will feel God's gentleness. He does not abandon you. He is shaping you. Each time you experience pain, each time you fail, it is an opportunity to learn humility, patience, forgiveness, and release. You will see that these pains are not meant to break you, but to free you from spiritual chains you never knew existed. Picture this: God's chosen one. You stand before a refining fire, not to burn, but to purify. Every challenge is a glowing flame illuminating the dark corners of your soul. Every loss, every failure, every sorrow shapes you, revealing the true self God intends for you to become. You will feel yourself like pure silver, refined, rid of impurities, ready to bring light into the world. You may experience long, restless nights when loneliness and despair flood in. But in those nights, you will hear God's whispers, a bridge from heaven to your heart. Do not fear, keep moving forward. I am guiding you. Each whisper transforms tension and pressure into relief, into healing, making you feel lighter, calmer, and more grounded than ever before. God's chosen one. Believe that every trial has meaning, every pain serves a purpose. As you endure and move forward, you are not only purified, but learn to become a pure vessel, capable of reflecting God's light into the world, bringing hope and healing to those in need. Throughout this process, remain attentive to subtle moments: a flicker of light in the dark room, a dewdrop glistening on a leaf, a bell chiming unexpectedly, recurring dreams. All are signs from God reminding you that you are on the right path. Let these signs guide you through each trial, each pain, so you realize you are never alone. When you look back on the steps you have taken, you will see that every challenge was a lesson, every loss a gift. You will understand that letting go is not losing, but liberation. Facing pain is not failure, but growth. Trials are not punishment, but God's way of preparing you for your sacred mission. Imagine God's chosen one, God's light shining through the darkness straight into your heart. You feel warmth, peace, and guidance. Past pains now become valuable lessons, helping you shine brighter and more transparently than ever. You will understand that purification does not only make you strong, it makes you a source of light for others. And when that moment comes, when you recognize God's light leading you, you will feel profound release, miraculous healing flooding your soul. You will know that every trial, every loss, every pain has brought you closer to your sacred mission, God's chosen one. Remember this: each trial is God's hand upon you to refine you. Each pain is His light shining into you to make you transparent. Trust, be patient, walk with an open heart, and you will see that this purification process not only strengthens you, but transforms you into a vessel carrying God's light and love to the world. Part 3. Awakening of Gifts. God's chosen one. Open your heart and mind, for now you are entering the stage of awakening the sacred gifts that God has placed within you from the very beginning. This is the moment when light begins to shine into every hidden corner of your soul, revealing latent abilities you never realized, and you will start to sense clearly that you are chosen to bring light to the world. You may feel confused the first time you notice that you can sense the pain of others, that sometimes you foresee events before they happen, or that you have the ability to perceive truths that others cannot yet see. This is the awakening of gifts, the stage where your divine abilities begin to unfold. Trust that these abilities are no coincidence, nor are they something you created yourself. They are gifts from God, given specifically to you, not for personal glory, but to serve others, to bring light, hope, and healing to those in need. Let me describe this delicate moment. You are sitting in silence or walking under the moonlight when suddenly you feel a surge of energy spreading through your body, a sensation of warmth, gentle yet powerful. You realize that the abilities you once thought imaginary, unreal, are now emerging clearly, like a light surrounding you, illuminating every step. You may feel choked with emotion, as if the entire universe is acknowledging you as the chosen one. Understand this: God's chosen one. Every gift you receive comes with responsibility, and you will learn to use them, not for personal recognition, but to serve others. When you heal someone, when you speak a prophetic word, when you perceive hidden truths, when you guide someone on the right path, all of it is an act of light, of love, of the sacred mission God has entrusted to you. At first, these gifts may feel overwhelming. You may wonder, am I capable of using them properly? Could I make a mistake? Let me reassure you, God placed these gifts within you, along with guidance, protection, and the capacity to learn how to wield them with a pure heart. You are not alone. His light guides your every step. Imagine this moment: light surrounds you, gentle yet strong, like a halo embracing your being. You begin to understand that the potential within you is meant to accomplish extraordinary things for those around you. Each time you heal a sick person, comfort someone grieving, speak a small prophetic word that shifts someone's life, you will realize that every action is guided by God and you are His instrument. God's chosen one. Remember that awakening these sacred gifts is not just about recognizing your abilities, but learning to use them with love and humility. Each ability carries responsibility. You will learn to discern the difference between ego and God's light. When you use a gift selfishly, it becomes heavy. But when you use it to serve others, it shines, spreads, and brings peace, hope, and healing, not only to others, but also to yourself. Feel the vibration in your heart as you witness this. A person you helped smiles, a prophecy proves true, a moment of accurate discernment. You feel a joy and emotion beyond words. That is the moment God's light is present within you, the moment you know your mission is beginning to unfold and you are ready to serve with all your heart and soul. During the awakening of gifts, you will also face challenging moments. These gifts may sometimes cause self-doubt or heavy pressure, but remember, God's chosen one. Every challenge is part of the awakening process. God wants you to learn patience, humility, and to use your power not for yourself, but to serve others. You will realize that the more humble you are, the more you listen to the light within your heart, the more powerful and aligned your gifts become. Picture this: the light from your sacred gifts radiates around you, spreading into the world. Others feel the warmth, the healing, the guidance you bring. You will see that these abilities not only transform others, but also transform you. You become stronger, more peaceful, and recognize that you are living in alignment with the mission God has given you. God's chosen one. Now you are beginning to sense the power within. Nurture it, practice it, walk with an open heart. Know that every gift you receive carries a noble purpose to bring light, hope, and love to the world. When used rightly, you will feel deep joy, overflowing hope, and readiness to act, to step forward fully into your sacred mission. Let the light within you shine through all darkness. Let the abilities you discover illuminate the path for those who are lost. Let God's love guide you through every challenge ahead. God's chosen one. The awakening of gifts is not just about recognizing your power. It is the first step toward becoming one who carries light, hope, and becomes the true vessel God intended you to be. Part 4: Destiny and Free Will. Sin, intuition, God's chosen one. Pause for a moment and look at the vast canvas before you. Every line, every color, every streak of light or shadow is the result of the choices you have made, yet also arranged by the hand of God. This is your picture of destiny, where every step you take is a combination of free will and the mission God has entrusted to you. Perhaps you have wondered, is everything I do part of God's plan? Am I walking the wrong path? Let me remind you, God's chosen one. Destiny and free will exist side by side. God has written the outline of your life, but He has also given you the brush, so you are free to paint, free to decide each detail, each choice. The canvas is destiny, the brush is free will. Every decision you make, large or small, contributes to completing the picture in the way God intends. The inner voice you feel, sometimes faint, sometimes clear, is intuition, the voice of God guiding you. It is not always logical, it is not always convenient, but it is always accurate. A decision you hesitate on, a step you delay, may be a test to see if you have the courage to follow the light. And when you dare to trust that intuition, you will see everything gradually become clear, every turn illuminated. God's chosen one. Imagine this subtle moment: you stand before two paths. One looks smooth, easy, well-traveled. The other rugged, challenging, seldom taken. The voice within your heart speaks softly, yet firmly. Take the other path. There is where my light leads. You may feel doubt, fear, hesitation, but when you step forward, you will sense the guiding light, the peace and encouragement from God, affirming that you are on the right path, that every step holds sacred meaning. On this journey, you will learn to respect the balance between destiny and free will. Not every choice must meet your expectations, yet every choice carries the opportunity to harmonize with God's plan. When you patiently listen to intuition, when you dare to follow the light within you, will realize that each decision, each action, no matter how small, contributes to the sacred mission entrusted to you. God's chosen one. You may have experienced moments of doubt when intuition urges you to act, but reason resists. Trust, for this is how God tests your faith, teaching you to listen to the guiding light, to recognize that intuition is a gift, a bridge between you and God. As you learn to trust it, the path becomes clearer, the right decisions arise, and you walk with a steady and peaceful heart. Picture this: you hold the brush in your hand, the vast canvas stretching before you. Every stroke is a decision, every color a choice. God's light shines down, illuminating every detail. You realize that you are not alone in painting the picture of your life. God's chosen one. That light is always present, always guiding, always encouraging, and always protecting you from going astray. Along the way, you will also learn a vital lesson about courage and patience. The path is not always easy. Choices are not always clear. But when you follow intuition, when you trust the guiding light from God, you will see that every challenge has purpose, every decision has meaning, and every step draws you closer to your sacred mission, God's chosen one. Feel the vibration within your heart. Let intuition guide you. Let light shine through every step. Let each choice you make harmonize with God's plan. And when that moment arrives, when you recognize the right decision, you will feel encouragement, peace, and profound reassurance that you are walking the path God has set for you. Trust that God's chosen one. Everything you experience hesitation, doubt, the moments when you stand at a crossroads, are opportunities to learn the balance between destiny and free will, to listen to intuition and to walk by the light within. When you fully trust and follow, you will see that every action is timely, every decision meaningful, and the picture of your life gradually emerges radiant with God's light. God's chosen one. This is the stage where you learn to trust yourself, to trust the guiding light, and to trust the destiny God has given. Be ready for the steps ahead where you will use intuition, wisdom, and heart to fulfill your sacred mission. As you move through this stage, you will become strong, confident, and radiant, ready to serve, to heal, and to lead others with a heart in harmony with God. Part 5. Service and Selflessness. Divine timing, God's chosen one. Open your heart and mind, for now you are entering the highest stage of your sacred journey, serving others and understanding the divine timing God has set. This is where all the abilities, all the gifts, all the light you have received until now begin to flow out into the world. Imagine a river of light flowing from your heart, winding through every path, touching every person you meet. Every action, every word, every presence of yours carries light, hope, and healing. The sacred gifts you have received are not for personal glory. They are given for you to serve others, to become a beacon of light in the darkness. When you give God's chosen one, you receive in return an endless source of energy, a deep joy that words cannot express. In this process, you will learn humility. Every gift, every ability, every spark of light is not yours alone. They come from God, and your task is to share, guide, and serve. When you serve with an open heart, expecting nothing in return, you will feel the fullness of your mission. Those you help, whether through a glance, a word of encouragement, or a healing action, become living proof of the light you bring into the world. God's chosen one. Imagine this delicate moment. You offer someone a gift, advice, or simply your quiet presence. They receive it, and you notice a miracle. A bridge of light has been formed, a seed of hope planted in another soul. You feel deep satisfaction, peace overflowing in your heart. This is the moment you realize that service does not only change others, it heals you as well. But God's chosen one. To serve fully, you must learn the art of divine timing. Not every action, not every plan can be executed immediately. God sets the perfect timing for each thing. Dreams, opportunities, pivotal moments all need time to mature, to be ready, so the light can shine most powerfully. Perhaps you have felt impatient, wanting to rush, wanting everything to happen according to your own will. But God's chosen one. Pause and listen. Every wait, every silent moment, every small trial you experience is God's hand preparing you and the world for what is to come. When you learn patience, you will see that everything unfolds at the right moment. People arrive at the right time. Actions happen perfectly according to the divine plan. Imagine again the river of light. It flows gently yet unceasingly. You cannot rush it. You cannot force it. You can only allow its natural flow to guide you. When you release and follow that flow, you will sense the perfection of God's timing. Everything is just right, never lacking, never excessive. And in that moment, God's chosen one, you will feel deep joy, a sense of completeness and serenity unlike anything you have ever experienced. God's chosen one, let the light within you shine through every act of service, a word of encouragement, a kind deed, assistance given without expectation. All carry God's energy and contribute to the sacred picture you are creating. When you serve with humility, you will see that every act becomes stronger, more meaningful, and brings healing not only to others, but also to yourself. Remember, divine timing is not just waiting. It is learning to read God's signals, recognizing when to act and when to remain silent, when to open your heart and when to be patient. God's chosen one. When you truly understand and apply divine timing, you will see everything unfold like a perfect symphony, every piece fitting together, every step bringing you closer to the mission God has entrusted to you. In this process, you will also learn to distinguish between ego and the guiding light. In moments of impatience, you may disrupt the rhythm. In moments of patience and listening, you will see everything align and your service becomes pure, expansive, and powerful. God's chosen one. Humility, patience, and attentiveness are the keys to fully unlocking divine timing. Imagine the final moment of this stage. You see the river of light flowing through you, flowing through those around you, and realize that every action, every gift, every moment has been divinely orchestrated for you to become a source of light and hope for the world. You feel deep satisfaction, overflowing peace, and profound joy. This is the reward for all the trials, all the patience, and all the humble acts you have undertaken. God's chosen one. Let your light continue to flow, continue to serve with an open heart, and trust that everything happens at the right time, every action is meaningful, and every moment is guided by God. When you live with humility, service, and respect for divine timing, you not only become the chosen one, but also a never-dimming source of light for the world. And from this moment forward, God's chosen one, every step you take, every action you perform, and every decision you make carries God's light and love, creating an endless flow, guiding you and those around you toward peace, happiness, and the sacred mission you were entrusted with before you were born. God's chosen one. Take a deep breath and feel all that you have experienced on this journey. From the moment you heard the call of your heart, through the purification trials, the awakening of sacred gifts, balancing destiny and free will, listening to intuition, to serving others, and respecting divine timing. All of it has created the complete sacred picture, bringing you to your true self, the one chosen by God. Let me remind you of the 7 divine secrets you have discovered. Call to the heart, the call from your heart, awakening your sacred longing. Purification process, refining yourself through trials and pain. Awakening of gifts, unlocking divine abilities to serve others. Destiny and free will, balancing destiny with free will. Intuition, listening to your inner guidance. God's voice leading you. Service and selflessness, serving others with humility and love. Divine timing, understanding and respecting the moments God has ordained. God's chosen one. When you align with all these secrets, you will feel union with God, the perfect harmony between your soul and eternal light. Imagine standing under radiant light, enveloped completely, wearing a sacred crown, symbol of your mission, your power, and the love entrusted to you. This feeling, warm, comforting, peaceful, and healing, as if all pain, fear, and doubt within you have been lifted by God. God's chosen one. You are not only the chosen one, but also a guiding lamp, a source of light and hope for all around you. And now, let this moment sink deeply into your heart. If this message touches you, Leave an amen in the comments to acknowledge your sacred mission. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you won't miss today's message or the future messages God will send. And share this video with another chosen one you know so light and hope can spread widely. God's chosen one, walk forward with courage, with an open heart, and with the faith that you are always guided by God's light. Every action, every decision, every breath you take matters. You are part of the grand plan, part of an eternal light, and the world needs the light you carry. Remember, you have been chosen, you have been seen, recognized, and entrusted with the mission to shine. Believe in yourself, trust the light within your heart, and walk with humility, love, and hope. Amen.